We're coming up on the house that I actually have just completed here. We're gonna go take a look inside and see what we did. And show you that it's all ready for occupancy now here. Originally this house was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, little house, about 900 square feet of living space, no laundry room. And I've turned it into a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, double-car garage, and a utility/laundry room. And then added forced air heating and air conditioning to it also. Let's go take a look. This is one of those standard things that I do is the ramp on most of the houses that I've lived in lately. I put a ramp going up to the door. All the windows and all the siding have been replaced in this house. We'll start here in the living room. So this is a open concept room where the kitchen and the living room are all one or blended together. The flooring is a scratch resistant and waterproof lifetime warranty flooring. Let's go back here to the bedrooms. So this is part of the original structure. This is 1 bedroom. This used to be the master bedroom. Of course, with replaced windows, replaced flooring, painted, trim, and all that good stuff. The bathroom. Now this one, the tile I actually just left in here. I didn't take that out. The tub is the tub that was here. But I did take apart the wall, and there used to be a window here, but I took that out. I think a window in a bathtub is a very bad idea. This was the 2nd bedroom here. Replaced the windows in it. Come do a close-up. So I built all of these window frames, and so they're matching in the whole house. So they're all the same. And those are just poor man's oak. They're made of pine, and then I stained them and treated them. This used to be the bedroom, and I actually moved this wall in so I could make the kitchen bigger. But a utility room really doesn't need that much space. I did add the natural gas furnace here, the air conditioning units outside. I put in a on-demand water heater, which is supposed to work for up to 4 bedrooms. And it's basically continuous hot water for as long as you leave the thing turned on or till your natural gas gets shut off for not paying your bill for using so much natural gas. Sink there. Another thing that's kind of unique to this particular home is I put in both the electrical receptacle and natural gas connection so that the homeowner can have either a natural gas dryer or an electric dryer. The countertops, these are all quartz, and kind of a spendy penny here to do these, but it actually turned out pretty nice. We did get matching appliances, so these are all with a new refrigerator, a dishwasher, a range, and a microwave. All the cabinets, these are actually the assemble yourself cabinets from Home Depot, and they actually turned out pretty nice. The ones that you assemble yourself are actually all plywood construction rather than the particle board cabinets you might buy otherwise. So I thought that was a pretty good deal to get actual plywood cabinets. For most home improvement stores, that's an upgrade if you want plywood, plywood boxed or plywood framed cabinets. Let's go this way. So this is kind of a little bonus room, doesn't really have much value. I think you could put a TV in here or something if you wanted, a couch, whatever. This is the master bedroom. I did put in 2 4x4 windows in there. We put in this big double door closet for all the women's clothing, or males, you know, whoever happens to have a clothing fetish. And I originally wasn't going to do this, but the people who wanted to buy this house said turn these into closets, so I put 2 more closets in the bedroom. They do have lights in them. And so you could use one for bathroom linens and one for the, more closet space. Here's the bathroom. You may notice there's no mirrors up yet. Those are on order. But I did put in the double sink and a giant bathtub. So this is a 6-foot long, and you can put 17 inches of water in this tub. So a real good soaker tub. And these are the water saving toilets with 2 different types of flush on those, in case you flush a lot. Then we'll go into this room. There is another cabinet here, or a closet I meant, just a little closet. The 3rd bathroom, which is almost identical to the other one except for the toilet's different. I kept the other toilet, and this particular part of the structure does have 2 water saving toilets. This is the other bedroom. I did install ceiling fans in this one and the other bedroom. And this is a nice 5-foot wide closet. I did put smoke alarms in there, and they're all wired together, so if one goes off, all of them go off. And those are hardwired, so they do have a battery backup in them. This is the little deck out the back that I built, and the whole house I did re-side. I did put in a new meter base. The other one was pretty dumpy looking, so I went ahead and changed that out while I had everything apart. Go take a look at the garage. So I put on a double car garage. It's 24 by 24. For this particular house, I do actually have 2 service panels. So there's a main one in the house, and then I have a second one, which is for the addition that I added. This is something unique that I did to the house. So it has Ethernet connections in all, except for one bedroom. It has it in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bonus room here, along with RCA coaxial connections for your cable provider. And then there's a spot over in the corner where they need to hook up to, and then it comes over to this connection. So they don't have to put cables on the outside of your house or destroy that. But one of the unique things is with the Ethernet connections, I have hotspot areas in 2 parts of the house where you can actually put a Wi-Fi extender. Let's show you this part for the, if you want to get into the crawl space under this particular section. I built this stairway, which is on wheels. It does have 2 locks here, one here, and then another one down on this side, so it doesn't move under normal circumstances. But all you do is you just pull it out. And you can get down in the crawl space here. I'll just take the camera here for a sec. And so there's plenty of room to get down into this crawl space to see, if you need to work on anything or kill some spiders or something. This is where the sump pump is. And I also did add this is a special drain line that I put here for the hot water. So let's say you want to make this a vacation house or something and you want to drain the water lines, you can do that, including the hot water system, and it goes right here into the sump pump drain. And there's just a valve up there where you just turn that on, and so you turn your shut-off valves off and you can empty your hot water lines. Turn the light off. All right. That's the air conditioner condenser unit, which we're waiting to get that hooked up. Let's take a walk around the outside. But it actually turned out pretty nice. I mean, we put in plenty of outlets everywhere, and you know, made sure that, you know, whoever moves in, it would be a good deal for them. All the front lights are controlled by one switch. Put a dimmer on the living room light there. So when I did the addition, what I did is I made the garage match kind of this side of the house, even though it had to be wider, but I wanted to make it look like this house has always existed this way. And so that's why I built it with the shape that it is. And then the roof line up there actually matches, and you know, a guy was driving by once, he says, you can't even tell that I added it. So I take that as a compliment. Of course, the natural gas service, which was there. Let's go around to the other side here. This is a little detail that probably most people won't notice. So I put this ramp on, but what I did is I put a sidewalk underneath the ramp here that goes all the way up to the porch. And I did that so no weeds or anything grows down there. There's plenty of external outlets on the outside of the house. And I put these little handles on there so they're easy to open. This side of the house, the gutters actually do drain into the drainage ditch down there. And this is also the same place where the sump pump comes out. And people might be asking why I have that gap. Well, let's say it's in the winter and it gets really cold and maybe this pipe somehow gets frozen. So your sump pump will still work. It just means it'll splatter everywhere around here rather than pump into a plugged drain line. Another thing I did on the house was I did put lots of external lights. So it's on this side of the house, and basically you can light up the entire back side of the house with external lighting. And you can see up here where my new grass is growing. So there's one light here. And so that's just so that when you turn on those lights, you can light up your entire backyard. And I just thought that was something that I always liked. You know, if I want to use the yard for something that, you know, party, event or whatever, want to work outside at night, I can do it. So that's the project that I completed. That cost me a little bit more than I wanted to, but you know, it turned out pretty nice with the floors and the quartz countertop and all the lighting that was chosen for it. So that's the kind of work I do. I actually did pretty much everything myself, including even setting all the trusses, doing the sheetrock, doing the painting, doing the finished carpentry and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you have some questions or need some advice or perhaps even someone to do some work for you, go ahead and give me a call and I'll see if I can't help you out. Thanks for watching. The Miles Revolution signing out.